up, everybody? Says we're live. Let me get my stuff rigged up here. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. Redneck Okie, how's it going, man? Alright, just trying to get y'all set up. I've been out mowing hay most of the day. Not sure how great a service I've got at this farm, but we're here to finish up, and thought I'd bring y'all along. When we get done here, we just got to run right up the street. This is a 26-acre farm that we started cutting, well, about 3 o'clock today, 3 or 4 o'clock we got over here. We've been cutting all day. Country gal's in the Kubota, and I'm in the Massey. So, like I say, I hadn't done a live mowing in a while, so this field's really bumpy, guys. I'll try to keep up with comments where I can, but I don't have my iPad with me. And I know I see some of y'all coming in. I'll flip y'all around, let y'all see the hay field or whatnot. We got the new moco behind us. Nobody's seen it yet, but y'all are getting a little kind of glimpse behind me here of it. Y'all can see it swinging around there behind us. We've got some videos on this thing. I just have not got them out yet. But hope everybody's having a good day so far today. Like I say, this field is one of our more rough fields, but it's one of our bigger, flatter fields, if that makes any sense. So it had some terraces taken out probably about 4 years ago, and they never really went in and regraded the property like they should have. And so everywhere they took those terraces out, it's a little bit rough. So yeah, guys, I need a shave, but we've been pretty busy, and shaving's been about the least of my concerns. I'm sure y'all don't really care either. But beautiful afternoon today. Looks like we're gonna have some clear weather for the next 2-3 days. I think the next heavy chance of rain coming in is Sunday. When we get done today, we'll have about 65-70 acres on the ground. Hopefully we can get it dried down and baled before the next rain comes in. So everything we're cutting right now is some really late first cut. A lot of it's pretty mature. Turn y'all around here if I can find the little button. There it is. Hold on, let's fix the camera here real quick. I don't want y'all looking at that dot. Let's see if I can slide y'all over just a hair. There we go. Y'all can see the hay's a little bit over mature, but it is what it is. Warwick Jones, Charles Cruz, how y'all doing today? Says we got 8 folks in here watching with us. Might have some listeners. Sometimes hey Rick, how's it going? Cheers, buddy. Sometimes we get some listeners along that don't comment, but like to keep up with what we're doing, it seems like. Yes, this hay has a little bit of Johnson grass in it already. Luckily, it has not matured out. Y'all can see all the dead seed heads already. But the grass underneath, actually, because we've had so much rain, the grass is still growing pretty good. So we're getting a lot of tonnage, just not the quality that we expect. This will not be put into square bales. We'll just sell it as round bales. But yeah, like I say, the hay's pretty thick. It's dragging the undercarriage of the tractor when we put it in these windrows. Sorry, y'all are getting bumped around so much. I'm not going to apologize for it too much. You're lucky to be here. I have not been doing well with my YouTube, guys, this year. I know y'all have heard it once, y'all have heard it twice from me, but is what it is. I hope other people's haying seasons are going well. Everybody in my area is either way behind or broke down. Hey Steve Mack, how's it going, sir? Hope you're doing well. We're just out on a beautiful South Carolina evening. I was going to start the live earlier, but apparently the direction we're headed now is due west. Hey Jackie, and with that due west, the sun was right in y'all's eyes, and there just wasn't it really wouldn't have made for a good live stream at all. So $95 there today. It was every bit of that here, plus heavy humidity. So we got 2 mowers in the field this year. Country gal, she's in the M5. She's in a field probably about 2 minutes from where we're at right now. Hope y'all hold on, you're leaning. And she's over there. It's on a 15-acre patch. This one particular field that we're in is 28 acres. The whole property here is about 38 acres of hay ground. There's really some more ground that could be turned into hay ground here, but I haven't had the time to put in the effort to do some disking and seeding that needs to be done on it. Hopefully maybe this fall we'll get some weather that permits us to do that kind of stuff, or winter. But anybody got big plans for the 4th? Jackie, have you made it to the mountains yet, or are you still home? I didn't know if you were going today or if that's tomorrow. Jackie is on the 574. He's reminiscing. He's just moving it out of the way of the bigger case is all he's doing. It was just in the way. He had to get it out of the way. Jackie said he's going to try to build a cab with AC for that 574 because the new case is so nice he don't want to get out of the AC. We've probably got roughly at this place about 3 acres left, guys. I think we'll get it done before we have to flip on the lights, but hold on, I gotta stop to read that comment. Hey, James Moore from Kentucky. Appreciate you stopping in, sir. Just out cutting a little hay this evening. We've been at it about all day. I was on a little bit smoother part of the field here. Still got to run the iron donkey some. I said you're just moving it out of the way, Jackie. Uh-oh, y'all fell over. Sorry. Oh. It's gonna be the only downside to this live, guys. Like I say, this field, we're actually on a smoother part of it. It was so rough earlier, there's no way I could have strapped y'all in here. I've got the other camera mounts with me. I can put y'all behind me today, but I wouldn't be able to read the comments because I ran off and left my iPad. But I still might put y'all behind me so y'all can see the mower just a little bit. In fact, flip y'all back around. Oh, right when we're going through a bump here. So the new mower is a Vermeer center pivot mower conditioner. And originally, I was really worried about this thing being too big. It's 11-foot cut. I was kind of worried about getting around the roads around here and stuff, and about it being too big for my fields. But man alive, guys, I've had it for about 2 weeks now, up and running, and I really like this center pivot. I don't know, aside from a swather or a self-propelled unit, you could get any better than this center pivot. You can walk right around trees with this thing. I like it. I like it a lot, as they say. I know one thing, tomorrow my back is going to be sore. Maybe we're back. Hopefully so. Like I say, I don't know that I've got the best service here on the farm, but it's decent, I guess. Oh, thanks for running that, Mr. Steve. You don't have to do that. Get my snacks out of y'all's way. Maybe y'all can see a little bit better back there. Oh. I figured Mr. Gordon might pop in. He's mowed this field before. Last year, Gordon got to mow this field in the fall. And that's probably why he's at home now, because he knew we had this to mow and he didn't want to get stuck with it again. I just like the fact you can swing right around and come right back in on the same windrow with this thing. Works pretty slick. We looked at other mowers, but we've had a pretty good relationship with Vermeer. I really enjoyed my Vermeer round baler that I've owned. Still own it. It's a backup baler for us now. I enjoy my Vermeer rake, and so far so good with the cutter here. Oh, sorry guys. It's been pretty good. Yeah, hit the thumbs down, everybody. I think that's what Jackie said. Jackie, y'all leaving in the morning for Tennessee? I still hadn't learned which way to pull the dang lever. Let's see here. Hey, Mark Mortison from Oregon. We're gonna bale a whopping 5 acres. Hey, 5 acres is better than no acres. I'll bale an acre. I really don't care. If it's got good grass on it, we'll mow it. I have to keep looking close at the camera, guys, or the phone here, because I'm trying to read y'all's comments while I'm mowing. I'm gonna flip y'all back around here. We're getting close to finishing up this little area here. Hi, Bianca from Melbourne, Australia. We got 2 Aussies in here. I think Warwick's still in here. It's about morning time in Australia, isn't it? If I'm guessing correct, I think it'd be probably somewhere between 6 and 8 a.m. there in Australia. But I might be wrong. 10:45. Okay, I was off a little bit. But yes, it's morning there. I'm trying to hold y'all stable, guys. Y'all really, if I don't hold this tripod down, y'all will really be bouncing everywhere. I wonder if those people know they are live on YouTube walking the dogs. I guess it's better to be walking the dog than kicking the cat. What kind of hay are you going to be baling on that 5 acres? This is mostly fescue. It had some really nice vetch in it this spring, but the vetch has already died out and withered away. It does have some Johnson grass in it, a little bit of Bermuda. Fortunately, it doesn't have too many weeds in it, although I consider Johnson grass a weed. But we knew it got serious when I took the loaders off the tractors today. We had some pretty tight fields to mow this morning, and it's just a lot easier to mow them with the loaders off than it is on. Sad thing is I got to go right back home and put the loaders back on because we need them to move hay tomorrow morning. If we can get everything I'm wanting to cut tonight, we won't mow anymore until we get all this up, just because of the chances of rain coming in so quick. It'll take all this stuff a little while to dry down. The first 15-acre field we cut this morning was bogging the disc mower down pretty bad. And I think she told me the one that she's on right now is also doing the same thing. It's got some spots where she's got to slow way back. Fescue, rye, orchard, and clover. Okay. We end up with a good bit of fescue hay. That's our probably main forage. I try to overseed with a lot of orchard, but the orchard just doesn't survive as well in my climate. I've actually got some fields. We've been talking with another gentleman about possibly sprigging with coastal Bermuda, just because they're hot, sandy, loamy soil. It would probably do better in Bermuda than anything else. I switched it up on us. I went in a circle this round. I need a little bit more turning room. It's roller conditioners. This one's got rubber rollers. So I've been told that flails are better for grass hay. Rubber rollers are going to be better for alfalfa, clovers, things like oats, rye. It's probably going to crimp a little bit better, but I honestly think it's half a dozen, one or the other. I think it goes either way. The reason we went with rubber conditioners on this one, it was about, with the deal Vermeer had going on, it was about $4,000 cheaper, this particular instance, to go with the rubber rollers versus the tine conditioners. We'll see. So far, I have been able to put the disc mower without conditioners side by side on this mower here. We ted everything. I can't tell you that this dries any faster, because usually I wait 24 hours to ted after I cut. So this lays in this windrow here, and I don't think it dries down as much or as fast as with the disc mower. The disc mower lays everything out flat, and I think it gets a little more sun coverage during the day. So I really think with this mower conditioner, I should go right behind it with the tedder to spread everything out so it gets the sun on it longer. But then I'd feel like I need to ted it twice. But again, this is my first mower conditioner, so I'm kind of learning with it to see what's best. We had some hay that we tried to not ted and just use the mower conditioner and then just flip it. It didn't work too well. The hay did not dry down right. It ended up kind of molding on some of it, getting black spots. I wasn't pleased, so now I try to tedder everything. Guess that's GLR 68. Appreciate you stopping in. I'm gonna have to turn some lights on, I think, guys. It's gonna get dark on us. It's one of those little triangles we'll end up with. Seems like all my fields I end up with a dang triangle. For me, I kind of went with what I could get cheaper. I know sometimes that's not always best, but Vermeer is running some specials right now on their cutters, and that was another reason that leaned us towards Vermeer. They've really got some good deals going on. But this mower was, like I say, about $4,000 cheaper for the rubber rollers versus the tine conditioners. Originally, I kind of was leaning towards tine conditioners just because I felt they would be cheaper and easier to change when they wear out. But actually, after researching it, if you replace all the tines versus the rubber rollers, it comes out about the same. So, hey, Dustin Adams. Those little tines actually get pretty expensive, believe it or not. What's everybody's plans for the 4th of July? It looks just like last year. I'm going to be baling hay again. I'm really hoping Country Gal's family does a beach trip every year right after the 4th. I'm hoping to be able to knock off for a day or two and go down to the beach, hang out with them, take a little break from all this, even though it feels like I haven't done as much work as I normally would this time of year. It's just been a very stressful season this year, and I could use a little bit of time away from the home farm, but it's going to be very dependent on if I can get some hay delivered to some customers that are waiting on hay and have been waiting, and if I can find somebody to watch the farm. We got dogs, cats, chickens, horses, and cows, and can't any of those go with us to the beach. So it's going to be very dependent there on whether or not I get to go. Hey Robert, how's it going? It's really thick. It's just it should have been cut 2 months ago. Should have been cut 2 months ago. But the grass underneath is still really green. It's just the seed heads that are browned out like that. So thank goodness we're not in a drought situation. In fact, it seems like every time we get a little piece of ground mowed that we get rain right afterwards. Bonnie, I was just watching you tedder some hay earlier. I'm on that Hay Kings Facebook page, and there's been a lot of people that's been getting that American flag Chinese net wrap. And I understand a lot of our net wrap comes from overseas. There is not too many American manufacturers. I would really like to have gotten me just one roll. I didn't want a lot of it. Just for baling on the 4th. I've got some fields that are kind of roadside near the highway that were actually cut this morning. And it would have been really neat to have put out some of that. It just looks like the flag. It's just It doesn't have stars, red, white, and blue. It doesn't have any stars on it or anything, but I thought it's pretty cool. I think everybody just waited until it was too close to the holiday to advertise for it. Maybe we'll get a roll this year for next year. About to finish up this little triangle here, and we'll get back on some bigger stretches of grass. Hey, Giles Cochran. Well, we are not far from North Carolina, sir. I am just over the line. In fact, the next field we're going to, half of it's in North Carolina and half of it's in South Carolina. The landowner's got land in both states, and we are just at the line here, Gaston County line, I guess you would say is what it is. Big old Gastonia, North Carolina. I'm originally from Charlotte, transferred to York, about 8 years ago, I guess it was. I do enjoy it. If you're into any kind of politics, I'm not saying South Carolina's that much better, but we ain't got Roy Cooper. I joke there, but in some ways I don't. That man's gonna ruin that state. Hopefully some people will vote his butt out of office before he gets another term. I'll catch up. We're on the last little strip of this corner piece right here, and then we'll go on up to the top of the hill and cut the last little bit there. And then, like I say, we got the place that Country Gal is at right now mowing, guys, so we'll go catch up with her, try to help her out. I watch all of them, Monty. A lot of times, yeah, Mark, 3,000 miles is a long way. I try to watch them all. I may not always get to comment because I'm bebopping around in the tractor or something, but you know, you're around Statesville. Okay. Hey, Kim, how's it going? Kim knows this field as well, guys. Kim's one of my longtime hunting friends and just a good all-around friend. He has tedded and raked this field over here on Knight Road, and he can tell you just how rough this place is. Hey Kirk, how's it going? Yeah, Kim, we're over at the, I know you don't remember the road names, but it's Knight Road Field, and over at the old man's house. Christina is over at the other old man right up the road, Joe Peel with the pond. So, hey Nathan Lee. Appreciate that. 704 Farming. How's it going? Mr. Steve does a great job at helping me with the moderating. He throws up some links for me here and there, and tries to help keep the riffraff out. There we go. Got some lights turned on here. Rough as the backbone on a meth head. Yeah, it is. It's a horribly rough field, but it is a nice field. It really does grow good grass. The landowners, you couldn't have a better set of people to rent from. Just the nicest down to earth folks. They used to mow all this themselves. In fact, he's got in the barn down the way, he's got a nice square baler, and Old sickle bar mower. So we got our first couple of cows back from the processor late last week, I guess. And we ate some of it Friday night. We tried out a couple of steaks. Then we've had some tacos with the hamburger. And I'll just go ahead and say I am very pleased with how my first cows came out. It's not Wagyu by any means, but that's not what I was looking for. Mr. Steve, you said it was 95 degrees there in Canada today. What was y'all's humidity like? Do y'all get that same high humidity we do? And is that normal temperatures for your area this time of year? 95. I try to get everything near houses done before it gets too late. Sometimes it doesn't always work out for me, but we're almost done here. Ours were all grass-fed. I would say I give them taming grain about once a week, maybe twice a week. I go out there and throw a bag of grain out just from that we get from our local feed store, just to get them all up and be around me and all that kind of stuff, so I don't have too many crazy cows. But otherwise, they've got a salt block and pasture. And that's about it. Both these calves were right at probably 15 months old, so a little over a year old, maybe let's see here. Yeah, 15 to 18 months old, the two I took. And nice and tender. I was pleased with it. Hey, Don. This is a 2014 Massey. We got it, it's new to us, we got it last fall. It's got about, when I got it, it had like 1,900 hours on it. Hold on, I'll stop in a second and look to see how many hours we got on it now. I know the camera doesn't do it justice, but we are on the side of a hill right here. Let's see here if I can see how many hours is on this thing. $2,147 is what it says. Yeah, 2,147 hours on it. Hey, PMC Longhorns. Ashel Lung. So far, the Vermeer mower is 2 weeks old. I love it. It cuts every bit as good as the Kubota disc mower, if not maybe a little bit better. I really like the center pivot design. That is probably one of the best things since sliced bread, that center pivot, just because of how you can walk it around trees and things like that. I've got some a video of introduction video I'm working on this thing, guys. So it'll be like a nice edited video with a walk around on it. But so far I am really tickled with it. I will say, in the first 4 acres, we did have a little service trouble out of it. one of the turtle heads that holds the blades on came flying off on it. And what had happened is somebody at the factory, the day they put the cutter bar together, did not put Loctite on the nuts that hold the turtle shells on. And it just backed itself off. The dealership took care of it real quick. They were right out there. We got it from our local dealer, Comer Equipment there in York. They're our Vermeer and Kubota dealer. On the same day of this mower breaking, our 2-year-old Kubota disc mower threw a gearbox and a pivot bearing. The thing was just outside of warranty, and Kubota and Comer Equipment stepped up to the plate, took care of everything on it. It was about $2,000 in parts. They had it fixed and back up and running within a week. Had all the parts for this one quick, got me back up and running. So really, really pleased with Comer's and how they've been treating me here lately. They have finally come around to see that I am going to keep, I guess, coming back for more business. I mean, you know, I'm just not a one and done buyer, and I really appreciate their speedy service that they did for me. But you know, I'm not blaming that on them. There's nothing they assembled. I'm not upset with Vermeer. You know, it just something got missed that day on the quality control aisle, and sorry y'all keep falling over every time I go to make this turn. But otherwise, now we've probably got 200 acres on it, maybe a little bit more. I am really, really pleased with it. Let's see here. Well, I'm glad you figured out how to comment there, Don. We appreciate that. Oh, I have to keep stopping. Yes, a good dealer makes a big difference. Our Massey dealer, who we got this from, Nance Tractor and Implement there in McConnell's, they are really good to us as well. I guess I try to spread out my purchases between the two because I like both of them and I like the owners so much. I just try to share the love there, I guess you could say. I think this is going to be our last pass on this field. We'll go see if we can find Country Gal. Uh-oh. Get flipped to the other side here. There we go. Like I say, there's about an additional 15-20 acres at this farm we're not cutting. I think it'd be better suited to bush hog it for this go round until we can get it shaped up in a little better shape. That's it for this 28 acres here. I don't even know if I'm going to fold the wings up on the mower. We really don't have that far to go. I think I can sneak down the road with them down. She may have already stopped and headed back towards the house for the evening. I'm not real sure. I told her to cut past where she can't see. It says we're back. I think I lost about everybody. Lost everybody, but maybe we'll come back. If Monty is still on here, the Dustin, we try to lay down between 60 and 80 acres at a time. Yeah, I got a phone call there from the landowner guys. Sorry about that. I am back though. It says we got 11 people back in here with us. Let me get y'all locked back in here. So I didn't even fold up the side flaps on the mower. We're gonna see if we can just make it without anybody hitting us. See if I can get this thing off the side of the road a little bit here. Blind a few residents. Come on there, Ferguson. There we go. We're about there. Alright, we're pulling into the next place here. Looks like she's got all the front mowed. Like I say, this is about a 15-acre farm right here. Just make sure what all she's got mowed versus what she doesn't here. Y'all can see her over there. She's finishing up around the pond here. Yeah, well, when you're cutting 1,126 acres and we're so far behind like we are, we have to try to get it down. That's the biggest thing. Alright, I think I am going to let her finish up on this front section here. Looks like she's got it covered pretty well. Draw her a line down through. Yeah, I think she's got this section covered here all right. Let's hop out and talk to Country Girl real quick, y'all. I will be right back, y'all. I'm gonna hop out and talk to her real quick. I'll be right back, y'all. Sorry, y'all. We're back. Yeah, we're probably a little overstretched, Dustin. I've got to let go of a couple of farms, but there's a few that I'm going to be losing that sold. So I'm not too on a drought year. You want all the land. On a year like this, it makes it really hard. Thing is missing a lot. See if I can catch her. I don't know if it's just missing because it's on some thin hay. But it's not missing over here. Yeah, I think it's just because that hay's thinner. Would be the only reason why it would be missing. Otherwise, the rest of her setup looks pretty good. All right, guys, let's go to the back of this property. Now this place is just about equally as rough, but it's not as bad. It's a beautiful little piece of property. We try to cut 3 times a year, Dustin. I've got some places, some years we've cut up to 5 if we can keep the nitrogen put to it. A lot of places only get 2 cuts a year because that's all I have time for them. It just really depends on the field, the landowner, and its location for me. We've got some stuff that we cut real early this year that I'm fixing probably next week, the next 10 days or so, to go ahead and take second cut off of it. If the weather's right, we can mow every 30 to 40 days here. If the weather's right. Alright, give me just a second. We're going to get the mower fired up here. I hate my phone got disconnected earlier, you guys, but let's see here. Sometimes 4 on alfalfa. There's Gordon. He must have been in a dang shower or something. Been wondering where he's been. Gordon, we just left your first favorite field that you mowed last year over there off of Knight Road. Now we're on your second favorite rough field. One with the rocks in the middle of it. I do think he tried to dig those rocks out though. So this first round, I'm going to be kind of turned around and watching the mower because it's backwards of us. So I'm going to flip y'all around. Y'all can kind of see what I'm doing here. Maybe. Let's see here. I'm gonna turn y'all about like so. There we go. Y'all kind of watch the mower. I'll kind of walk it in and out of these trees and stuff like that as I go down the property edge here. That's one really cool thing about it is I can stay straight and the mower can either follow behind me, it can go to the left of me, the right of me. And for those of you that don't mow hay or anything, that is a major convenience when it comes to things. You wouldn't really think it, but it's pretty neat. Gordon, you doing all right today, sir? Hope everybody can hear me okay, and hope we got good enough service here. We're kind of rolling into a bottom on this farm, but if we don't, I'm sure I'll get the old circle of death. Southern Dirt, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well this evening. We're just out mowing some real late first cut hay still. We hope to be done with all the first cut. When I get done with these fields, I'll have, let's see here. I'll have about 30 acres right around my house I've got to cut still. And then I'll have another 30-acre field, and then so that's 60. And then 300. So I'll have about 360 to 400 acres of hay left to mow when we get this baled up. So we are closing in on it. Closing in on it. I don't know if I'll get all the first cut made though before I start on second. Alright, we're back, guys. Sorry, we got another phone call. You like 40 acres of being done with first cut. That's not too bad. 40 acres to be done. Sorry, guys. This road we're going up, man's got a road right down through the middle of this thing. And it really kind of makes it difficult mowing this. Our plans are to take the road out of the middle of this field, fence this back half off of this property and make it cow pasture. Just because of how rough it is. The terrain just be more suitable for cows than it would be for horses. And guys, if I do go away for a split minute, it's because I'm getting a phone call. I've got a few people stopping by the farm to pick up some hay. They thought I was going to be there by now, but I'm not. And so if we do go away for just a minute, just hang tight with us if you want. We'll be right back. I just had to tell them where to get their hay from and where to leave me some money. So I know y'all can't tell we are going straight up a hill. Let me flip y'all around to see kind of what we're doing here. There's a pond that kind of divides this farm up. And it's a beautiful pond. And you talk about some big old fish. Man alive, he got some huge bass in this thing. You can about just pull a earthworm or a cricket out of the ground, cast it out there on a bobber, and you are insured to catch a brim, a crappie, or a bass. It's a great little pond to bring like a young man or young lady that's never fished before. Bring them out and get the experience of catching something. catching something. That was my biggest issue when I was a kid. All the ponds we fished and stuff, you rarely caught anything. And it would kind of discourage you from wanting to go fishing. Let's see here, I'll catch up now that we're on the hill. Yes, we are running both cutters tonight, Mr. Gordon. We've been running them all day. I told Country Gal she's on the upper part of this place, and I just finished up at Night Road. She's almost done here. I told her as soon as she gets done with that spot to go ahead and pack up and take it to the house. Poor dogs, they've been in the, well, one's been outside all day and the other one's been in the crate. Hank, we're scared to leave him out all day. He'll tear stuff up and kind of go to the neighbors and stuff, and we really don't want that. Buster, our other dog, our older dog, we can leave him out all day. But poor Hank, he's been in the crate, and he probably ready to go out and use the bathroom. Don, I like my M5, but I like my 7060. It's been more reliable than my M5, which the 7060 is the same as the M4, just with the M5 cab. The M4 is a Kubota M7060 with an M5 cab. Let me say that right. And I do really like the cab better on the M5 than I do my 7060. But my 7060 has been more reliable for me. My M5's got a few issues that I don't particularly care for. It doesn't steer very well sitting still, and the hydraulics constantly leak down, either on the rear remotes or the front loader. Those are the only two issues I've had, though. I have had some DEF issues out of it, but that was warranty work. The hydraulic leaked down. Several dealers have looked at it. All of them have said that it's the best it's going to get. I haven't had that issue out of any of my other tractors, but I am not knocking it. I push all my equipment really, really hard, guys. I mean, I push it as hard as Rick Bork does pulling a 4-bottom plow with a dang 60 horsepower tractor. But yeah, my M5 is a lease tractor. It has about 1.5 years left on its lease, and when the lease is up, it will go back to Kubota. I will not purchase it. I plan to look at the 5700 Global Series Massey tractor. I would really like a 5710. I wouldn't mind a M6. I just want something a little bit bigger than what the M5 is, a little bit heavier. Now that I've run this bigger tractor and had the weight behind me, I really like the ride. And that M5 it rides okay, but it could use more weight than what it's got, and I've got it maxed out. I've got cast rear wheels, water in the tires, radials, air ride, and it'll still beat you pretty good on a long 8-hour day. With as much hay as we do, I think that's more the reason to have these bigger, heavier tractors. If I was on less ground and wasn't in here 12, 15 hours at a time, sometimes 20, 24 hours, it might not matter as much, but it really does make a difference when you're in these things and it's your all-day office. But otherwise, we have had great service out of our Kubota stuff. As long as you've got a good dealer to back your equipment up, that's really the main thing that counts. Because any of them, including this Massey here, are going to break. Right now, this one's having some front axle suspension issues. the front suspension on it is not wanting to stay on. It'll come on, stay on for a little bit, and then cut off. Then come back on, then cut off. So, our Kubota / Vermeer dealer, they finally kind of stepped up for us and started to take a little better care of us, and we can definitely tell with that. Don't forget the squeaky seat. You know though, Gordon, I think, now it could be just because I haven't rode in it a lot in a while, but the squeak went away last I recall of riding in it. Y'all might be able to see the lights across the pond there. That's Country Gal over there with the Kubota across the pond. Like I say, we're tag teaming this last property here. We tag teamed the first one we started on today, and now we're finishing up together. I really am enjoying having two mowers go, because usually last year it was just me to mow this same exact volume of ground. It took me about 24 hours in the tractor straight, and we're cutting those times in half. That is a big help. Let's see, spin y'all around a little bit. So this place here is all mainly orchard grass. There is not a lot of fescue in it. I hate it got mature as it did, but this will be horse hay. Unlike the last place we came from, this here is going to be some decent horse hay. Just a small duck. If you got a good Massey Ferguson dealer, I definitely recommend looking at the 4710, which in the same size as the 7060 would be the 4707. I think I've ran both tractors. I think the loader is easier to control on the Kubota, just like Neil Messick would say. And if you don't watch any of Neil's videos on YouTube, I highly recommend them. Messick's is very informative on the Kubota stuff. I think the loader operation on the Kubota is a little better than the Massey, but the ride of the Massey is tenfold better than the Kubota. So all that's really going to be up to what you're looking for out of your tractor. But the 4707 is no DEF fluid. It's just like the 7060. And that 4707 can be tuned to be a 100 horsepower tractor. There's Country Gal chiming in. Ted, brother from another mother. How is it going, sir? You agree on the loader? Well, I like I say, I've run them both. It is easier to control the functions and the speed on the Kubota loaders, but the ride is just way better on the Masseys. We took the loaders off of both tractors. I took them off last night. I just felt it was a little easier to mow. Now, Country Gal there, she's a little bit pissed at me I took her loader off, because when I did, it took away the front weight off that tractor, and going down the road, you can't go full speed. She's got to go about 19 miles an hour because it bounces so bad going down the road. It really sucks for her. Awesome, Ted. Is your hay season going well this year? Ours has been full of breakdowns, rank over mature hay, thunderstorms, raining on almost every bit of hay I've put up this year. Luckily, most of the thunderstorms have been a couple of tenths of an inch. Now, last Sunday, me and Gordon were baling. We got rained out with just like a little 2/10 of an inch rain. It was enough to stop us from baling. But he went on home, And about 30 minutes after he left, we got 2.2 inches in 30 minutes. That hay is still laying on the ground, needless to say. It's rained on it every day since. I'm hoping tomorrow afternoon to go over. It's about 5 acres. I'm gonna go over and rake it and bale it. It'll be mulch hay. But it is what it is. I gotta stop to read that long comment. Broken hay bine and two flat tires. That's pretty good, Ted. 276 rounds. That sounds like a productive first cut, that's for sure. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. Which baler did you end up running, Ted? Did you run that Krone round baler, or did you put up any squares at all, or everything just get round baled this year? I guess she's finishing up around some trees there. She's bound to be about done. We're on the side of a hill here. Gordon, you gonna come be my rake man again this weekend? I bet Gordon's tired of raking my rough fields. He's ready to go rake some of Jackie's smooth coastal Bermuda fields probably at this point. I might have to get Mr. Steve down here to rake some real hay. We'll let him make 3 or 4 bales, or 300 or 400 if he wants. Country gal can't see. What can you not see, country gal? Where you've cut? I can finish up for you if you need me to. I'm betting I probably, between this side of the field and the next side, I probably got an hour or better left of cutting. I will put you on a tractor. Retiring from coal mining. How many years have you been a coal miner? I think bush hogging would be a nice break away from being in a coal mine. Probably be very relaxing to you. I don't see one thing wrong with that kind of retirement. Charge people, I charge by the acre almost. I guess it just depends on the job really, but somewhere in here we're going to start watching for a big rock sticking up. There's a rock in the middle of this field. The Massey has got some excellent lights, better than the Kubota even. I can't imagine what LEDs would do. I think these are the HID or the high intensity lights. They're not LED. But man, I think this thing's got some great lighting on it. Makes it really easy to be able to see at night. It might seem like we're going slow, and we kind of are. We're only running about 5.5 miles an hour. Gordon, she has had nothing. Country gal has had that mower stop up time after time after time today. I know she's smoked the belts at least 4 or 5 times, and she's been in low range mowing So I think it is going to have to go back to the dealer. There is something wrong in the whatever they put together, or it might be something more wrong that caused the gearbox to go out in the first place and ate those bearings up. But so it's looking like after today we're going to send the Kubota cutter back to the dealer again, just to see if we can figure out what's going on with it. Most of this in this field, Ted, is orchard grass. It's way, way ripe. The only good thing I can say that's going to come of this is all the fields right now that I'm mowing are getting overseeded pretty well. Because the seed sure had a chance. You could come through and combine this seed. In fact, my neighbor's got an old pull-type New Holland combine. And I've got one field I talked to him about maybe us combining the seed off of it to sow some other land this fall. But it's really going to depend on the weather of whether or not he's going to be able to do it for me. But it's like a 1960s New Holland pull type combine. I think that would be neat. The only green y'all really see sticking out there is, I call it poor man's alfalfa. Oh gosh, now that I'm trying to say the name of it, I can't think of the name of it. Oh well, maybe I'll think of it, or one of y'all will, for the poor man's alfalfa. Yeah, there's something going on, Gordon, because I'm in the same hay, and this thing's got to pull it through conditioners, and I'm not clogging up or stopping up, so there's something else going on with it. That thing's got, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 acres on it by now, maybe more, and it never acted this way before. Until that gearbox and that pivot bearing burn up, so who knows. Well guys, I know y'all are probably tired of hearing me talk, or bored of riding along with me. I guess I probably should end this thing. If y'all don't want me to, I can keep it going, but y'all got to tell me. It says we still got 10 people in here watching with us. I know I'm gonna have to get me a snack here in a minute, that's for sure. My lunch is done wore off. Lespedeza. Gordon got it. Yeah, the green y'all see sticking up to the left is Lespedeza. The rest of it is, like I say, really healthy orchard grass. Just made a cup of tea. Is that hot tea, Mr. Steve, or is that some sweet tea? Did Jackie show you how to make sweet tea while you were down here? I don't know if y'all Canadians know anything about sweet tea, do you? I know, Yankees don't. Y'all are above the Yankees, so. I can't drink. I used to love sweet tea, but I can't drink sweet tea. It keep me up all night. Y'all drink hot tea, so like green tea, okay. Yeah, all this to our left right through here is a thick patch of Lespedeza. The problem with it is most of the leaf will probably fall off before I can get it baled. Let's see here. Hey, Michael. How are you? Been chasing a cow. Well, that's no fun. Hopefully it wasn't out of the fence. But I would assume if you were chasing it, it must have not been where it was supposed to be. The side of this field we're on right now is probably the smoother of the two sides. Tonight seems like it might be a pizza night. I don't know if me or Country Gal, either one, are going to feel like cooking something for dinner. Might be throw some pizza rolls in the oven type of night. Michael, did y'all get your hay made? I think you said you had some hay on the ground. I might stop to read some of these comments. Rake it with the dew on. Man, the banana split. Now, come on, y'all. Y'all are killing me. Don't be talking about food when the man's hungry. I do have some beef jerky and Cheetos with me, though. I can always snack on those. I do know when I switch to that other side, I'll probably end the live at that point. There's a new spot here guys wanting me to cut. I don't know if I'm going to cut it tonight or not. I don't like cutting new patches at night. I've done it, but I've also had some issues before cutting new spots at night. I know, like I say, right now it doesn't look like it, guys, but we're on a straight, steady uphill climb here. I'll have to bring y'all back when we rake and bale this stuff. It's looking like 4th of July is when we'll be raking and baling this Saturday and Sunday. Hopefully we'll get it dried out enough by then. We've put up a lot of tough hay this year. Wasn't quite ready, but was ready enough we could bale it. It's kind of one of them. Should have had one more day on it type of deals. Makes you wish I had acid. Let's see here. I should be getting close to the rock pile. You're right, Gordon. Well, that's what this place here's got, a few holes and rocks in it already, so that's why I don't know about cutting the new patch tonight. Might just have to zip over in the morning and cut that while the guys. My plan was to help my guys move hay tomorrow, but I may have to get them situated first and then come over here and zip that back down, zip that last little part down. Our humidity's been whooping our butt, Ted. The hay would be drying down a lot faster in this 90-degree weather if the humidity wasn't so stinking high. Alright, we're back, y'all. We're back. Still says we got 17 here with us. That was the phone call I've been waiting on. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm probably going to end this live anyways. Like I say, I'm getting a little bit hungry here. I guess I can chomp with y'all on here. There. We got some beef jerky, teriyaki in flavor. That's kind of my favorite go-to beef jerky. This is the Old Trapper brand. I've become fond of it. It's really pretty tender for its price point. But makes a good tractor snack when you're doing hay. Just don't eat the little packet, the desiccant packet. I don't think those are good for you. Like I say, y'all can watch me chomp down some Old Trapper beef jerky. We're not sponsored by them, but if they wanted to send me a couple of bags, I can definitely taste test their other flavors or any of that. I wouldn't mind making some. Look out, rabbit. I wouldn't mind making. Sorry guys, we just got another phone call. Huh. Gotta dehydrate you. Bet they will. So normally, with this center pivot, I would go back and forth. But the way this field is, really kind of easier to just go in a circle with it. I'll tell you, there's one thing about having a cab and being able to mow at night versus a non-cab tractor. Y'all can see behind me all the bugs in the light right back there. You can't even open the windows because you will be engulfed by flies and bugs. So really nice in that aspect to have a cab, especially for doing night work. Don't get me wrong, I have ran my open station tractors and skid steers plenty at night, but you seem to eat more flies for some reason. And they don't taste as good as this Old Trapper beef jerky. It'll fill you up when you're hungry. I'm just playing around, guys. Uh-oh. Y'all fell again. Well. Yeah, you get plenty of protein from the gnats. That's it. Come on, tractor. I somehow shifted to neutral going up this hill. Didn't mean to hit it. Well, y'all, I'm getting to a point where I'm really tired of concentrating on so many things. I appreciate everybody that has stopped in, chatted with us, watched, listened in. Hope everybody has a happy, safe 4th of July. If we don't see you before then, I will try to do as I did last 4th of July and put up a baling video, or a baling live stream anyways. And you never know what tomorrow's got in store. We might get one throwed up then. But everybody have a good night. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your families over the holidays, because there's a lot that can't be with theirs. And we'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good night.